The lies, the deception, the severe allergen to the truth. It is getting stronger and stronger with Angel Reese. Woke corporations, along with their pretend friends in the mainstream media, they are begging you. They are begging you to embrace Angel Reese and her dozens of aliases. I'm so special. I'm so great. One name cannot contain my greatness. My name is Angel, Bayou Barbie, Chi-Town Barbie, Double Barbie, Me-Bound Barbie, Triple...
Reese just wanted to focus on basketball, but now she's blowing up online for all the wrong reasons. Strap in, because Mama Reese just hit Twitter like it's the Royal Rumble and dropped a verbal smackdown from the top rope. So, what did Angel do this time? Why is Mama Reese coming in hot? And did she just go after the entire WNBA? Yeah, it's a mess. Grab your popcorn, because this family feud just turned into a full-blown primetime drama. Let's get into it.
What's up, y'all? I just want to talk about this chick, Angel Reese, for a second. She has been all over my timeline, over my Twitter or X, Instagram, TikTok. She's always pushing people and this and that. She's always in controversy. So let me address this situation real quick. How is she a professional athlete? Like, can we step back for a second and just analyze this situation? How in the world is this chick a professional athlete? She is, out of all the clips that I've seen, she is the worst basketball player I've ever seen.
So now we're naming our daughters after ourselves, like we're pulling a Beyonce and surprise dropping an album. Angel Reese, named after Angel Reese. That's not passing down a legacy, that's a branding campaign gone off the rails. Who holds a newborn and thinks, thoughtful, yep, let's bet everything on me being legendary enough that this won't age horribly. That's not confidence. That's main character syndrome, mixed with a dash of delusion and a sprinkle of, look at me, I'm the moment.
The harder they push Angel Reese, the more she seems to be rejected. And now we have Angel Reese Sr. coming to her defense. Now we have Mama Reese trying to rally the fan base. Or as Angel Reese would call them, aunts and cousins.
Let's not pretend this whole drama isn't soaked in irony. The WNBA finally grabs mainstream attention. Great news, amazing moment, cue the confetti. And instead of building momentum, people are setting the place on fire because a girl from Iowa decided to be amazing at basketball. That's it. That's the whole controversy. Caitlin Clark stepped on the court, started dropping buckets, and suddenly, people are acting like she cursed their family's secret casserole recipe.
Sitting here saying, oh my gosh, is this for real? Is this really for real? But I'm going to show you this video because if you haven't seen it yet, you're going to absolutely fall out of your chair laughing. I know what I'm going to call this. I'm going to call this the curse of Dave Portnoy. Barstool Sports El Presidente. He went on a rant about that Ryan Clark stuff, and he said all he had to say about Angel Reese and Ryan Clark and that whole mess. And I will say this, his rant cursed Angel Reese because she proceeded to have the absolute worst game of her life.
Now it's officially chaos. For some reason, Caitlin Clark's rise has turned into a personal offense for anyone not born in the Midwest. Why is it suddenly okay to clown on people from Iowa like we're all corn-fed villains sent to ruin the league? What did Iowa ever do besides grow soybeans and raise a generational basketball talent? There's no scandal, no drama, no dirt, just a girl who sinks logo range threes like she's checking the forecast. But instead of celebrating that, half the league's acting like she disrespected the sacred code of the game.
And then obviously Angel Reese, who actually played okay and looked like she improved her game, made a mockery of her existence. She got fouled, totally common foul by Caitlin Clark, going for a layup, falls down and then attacks her basically and makes it just a joke out of her existence and why everybody hates Angel Reese. And shame on the WNBA upgrading this to a flagrant foul. That's a flagrant foul. It was the most common routine foul of all time.
Speaking of disrespect, let's talk about Team USA's Olympic roster. Yeah, the one that left Clark off like she's some benchwarmer mascot, not the most buzzed about player in the sport. But okay, sure. Let's pretend it was about fit and experience. Meanwhile, every breath Caitlin takes has somebody out there feeling personally wounded. Assertive. This isn't about chemistry anymore. The support around Clark has triggered a tidal wave of resentment, not just for her, but for Iowa and for anyone who dared to cheer a little too loud. And who's leading the backlash brigade? Enter Mama Reese. Angel isn't playing the victim, she's broadcasting it. This is professional basketball. People talk, people respond. If you play the villain long enough, don't act surprised when people start to boo. Emphatic. It's not harassment, it's marketing. And she's the one who wrote the playbook. Annoyed. You don't get to troll on the court, ignite social media beefs like it's reality TV, and then clutch your pearls when the clapbacks start flying.
In basketball, I'm 5'5", so there's a whole realm of basketball I can't experience. I don't have any above the rim experience. On the other hand, I'm not Angel Reese. I'm 99% on my layups because I can't afford to miss a layup. My layup is my dunk. I don't care if the defender is 7'9". The taller and bigger he is, the more he cannot keep up with these first 3 steps.
The victim act isn't some reflex, it's a calculated move. And Mama Reese, she's all in. It's exhausting watching grown adults treat social media like a battleground, where every vague post is a weapon in some imaginary war. Angel keeps flipping the narrative faster than a DJ flipping tracks at a wedding. One week it's women's empowerment, the next it's the world's out to get her, then she's misunderstood, then fearless, then the role model. Exasperated. It's like watching a soap opera where the plot changes every 5 minutes, and the writers are hopped up on Gatorade and self-pity. You can't preach team unity and leadership while stirring the pot every time the spotlight shifts. It's always something. A cryptic tweet, a passive jab, a glitter-coated insult wrapped in a humble brag. And the second anyone pushes back, whiny. Suddenly it's why me and you just don't support women. Assertive. No, people just don't support nonsense. Big difference.
Worst basketball player I've ever seen, and that's not an exaggeration. I wish I was lying because I feel bad for her, for how bad she is, but she is so bad at basketball. Yet she wants to be compared to Caitlin Clark and all these great WNBA players. She's not even close. There's middle schoolers that can beat her. It is so, like, what do y'all agree with me? Because I hope I'm not the only one. She is just not a good basketball player, and she needs to keep her mouth shut.
And this league doesn't need more chaos. It needs players who act like professionals, not stars trying out for a Netflix reality series. Caitlin Clark, despite all the buzz, didn't ask for this circus. She didn't take shots at anyone. She didn't name names. She just balled out. And somehow that is more triggering than any trash talk or flagrant foul. Her mere presence bothers people who thought the league's spotlight would forever orbit them, like it's about who's allowed to shine. And if that rising star is white and from Iowa, well, now that's apparently too much for some to handle. So yeah, the hate is catching up to the love, not because Caitlin did anything wrong, but because some folks can't handle not being the center of gravity. Annoyed. They can't stand that she's the one packing arenas, that she's the one moving merch, that casual fans know her name without even watching.
Facing Angel Reese. After bad losses, she sometimes publicly plays the victim. Racist comments were directed at her in the arena or especially on social media, and I don't doubt she has heard some in arenas and read a number of racist remarks on social media. And as I continue to say to all WNBA players, just don't read them. You're not
But instead of evolving, they lash out. Instead of rising with the wave, they toss out anchors. And instead of mentoring the next generation, they're too busy writing drama scripts on Twitter and playing the martyr in a league that's finally getting its moment.